Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, my friend and my lecturer, Mr. Ibnu Hadi MSI. Thank you Dini as the person in charge of the course Bahasa Inggris Matematika and our lecturer, Mr. Ibnu Hadi MSI. We are from group 12. Would like to presenting the result of our discuss about vector. First of all, let me introduce the member of our group. I am Muhammad Jamal Lail and Sarah Nasya Regita and Tiara Nabila. The first material will be explained by Tiara.
Okay, what is the material? The material is about vector. Next. Okay, first is introducing vector. A vector is an object that has both a magnitude and a direction. This is a vector. As you can see on the slide, a vector has magnitude, or we usually call size, and direction, like that picture on the slide. The length of the line shows its magnitude, and the arrowhead points in the direction. Note, let's imagine all the vectors present here that are in Cartesian coordinates, as in the first picture, because it's too difficult to make the similar with that. Okay, next. We can add two vectors by joining them head to tail. As you can see, A plus B is the line from head of A to the tail of B. And it doesn't matter which order we add them, we get the same result. That is B plus A equal A plus B. Next. Second one is subtracting. We can also subtract one vector from another. First, we reverse the direction of the vector we want to subtract, then add them as usual. 2 is notation. A vector is often written in bold, like A in bold or B in bold. A vector can also be written as the letters of its head and tail with an arrow above it, like this. Okay, next.
Next is calculation. Now, how do we do the calculation? The most common way is to first break up vector into x and y parts, like this. You can see in the picture of this slide. The vector A is broken up into the two vectors ax and ay. Adding vectors. We can then add vectors by adding the x parts and adding the y parts. For example, add the vectors a equal to 8, 13 and vector b equal to 26,7. For the solution, let's see is the result of this problem. So C equal to vector A plus vector B. So that C equal to 8, 13 plus 26,7 is equal to 8 plus 26, 13 plus 7 equal to 34,20. So the vector 8,13 and the vector 26,7 are add up to the vector 34,20. Can see this picture. When we break up a vector like that, each part is the black arrow is called a component. Next is subtraction vector. To subtract, first reverse the vector we want to subtract, then add. For example, subtract vector k equal to 4,5 from vector v equal to 12,2. For the solution, let A is the result of this problem, so that A equal to vector v plus negative vector k. So that A equal to 12,2 plus negative 4,5 is equal to 12,2 plus minus 4, minus 5. So that equal to 12 minus 4, 2 minus 5 equal to 8, minus 3. 3 is magnitude of a vectors. The magnitude of a vector is shown by two vertical bars or either side of the vector like this. Or it can be written by double vertical bars like this, so as not to confuse it with absolute value. Okay, we use Pythagoras theorem to calculate it. The magnitude of vector is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. For example, what is the magnitude of the vector b, which equal to 6,8? We can find the magnitude of vector b, use Pythagoras theorem. Magnitude of vector b is equal to square root of 6 squared plus 8 squared. So is equal to square root of 36 plus 64. It's equal to square root of 100, and this equal to 10. Note, a vector with magnitude 1 is called a unit vector. Next is vector and scalar. A scalar has magnitude or size only. Why? Because it only asks the vector to adding by itself. A vector has magnitude and direction and is often written in bold. So we know it's not a scalar. So C in bold is a vector. It has magnitude and direction, but C without bold is just a value like 3 or 12.4. Example, KB is scalar k times the vector b because the k is not in bold and b is written in bold. Next is multiplying a vector by a scalar. When we multiply a vector by a scalar, it is called scaling. a vector because we change how big or small the vector is. Example, multiply the vector m is equal to 7,3 by the scalar 3. For the solution, let A is the result of this example. So that vector A equal to 3 times vector m equal to 3 times 7, 3 times 3. It's equal to 21,9. This picture presenting the vector m and vector a, which is the vector a is 3 times from vector m. It still point in the same direction, but it is 3 times longer. And now we know why numbers are called scalar, because they scale the vector up or down. What about if there are more than 2 dimensions? Vector also work perfectly well in 3 or more dimensions. You can see this picture. We can use the same way above to find the result from adding and subtracting and the magnitude of vector in 3 dimensions. For example, add the vector A equal to 3,7,4 and vector B equal to 2,9,11. For the solution, let vector C is the sum of vector A and vector B, so that C equal to vector A plus vector B. It's equal to 3,7,4 plus 2,9,11 is equal to 3 plus 2, 7 plus 9, 4 plus 11 equal to vector C is equal to 5,16,15. Example 2, what is the magnitude of the vector W? Which equal to 1, negative 2, 3. The magnitude of vector W is square root of 1 square plus negative 2 square plus 3 square. So it's equal to square root of 1 plus 4 plus 9. So that the magnitude of vector W is square root of 14. Here is an example with 4 dimensions, but it is hard to draw. Example, subtract vector 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4 from vector 3, 3, 3, 3. So that we can calculate vector 3, 3, 3, 3 plus negative vector 1, 2, 3, 4. So that equal to vector 3, 3, 3 plus vector negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. It's equal to vector 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 3 minus 4. And then we get result vector 2, 1, 0, minus 1. Next is magnitude and direction. We may know a vector's magnitude and direction, but won't its x and y length, or vice versa. There is the summary of how to convert them. If from polar coordinate to Cartesian coordinate, we use formula X equal to R times cos theta and Y equal to R times sin theta. From Cartesian coordinate X, Y to polar coordinate R, theta, we use R equal to square root of X square plus Y square, and theta is equal to arcus tangen of Y X. You can see this vector is vector A is in polar coordinate, and this is vector A in Cartesian coordinate. Next is dot product. The dot product is written using a central dot. This its read is A dot B, or the dot product from A and B. The dot product of A and B. We can calculate the dot product of two vectors this way. A dot B, or the dot product of vector A and vector B, is equal to the magnitude of vector A multiplied by the magnitude of vector B multiplied by cos theta, where theta is the angle between vector A and vector B.
So we multiply the length of A times the length of B, then multiply by the cosine of the angle between A and B, or we can calculate it this way. Here is the picture. Dot product of vector A and B equals AX multiplied BX plus AY multiplied BY. So we multiply the x's, multiply the y's, then add. Both methods work, and the result is a number called a scalar, so we know it is not a vector. Next. Example, calculate the dot product of vector A and B. Here is the picture. Dot product of vector A and B equals the magnitude vector A multiplied the magnitude vector B multiplied cos theta. Dot product of vector A and B equals 10 multiplied 13 multiplied cos 59.5 degree. Dot product of vector A and B equals 10 multiplied 13 multiplied 0.5075. Dot product of vector A and B equals 6, 5.98 equals 66 rounded. Or we can calculate it this way. Dot product of vector A and B equals AX multiplied BX plus AY multiplied BY. Dot product of vector A and B equals minus 6 multiplied 5 plus 8 multiplied 12. Dot product of vector A and B equals minus 30 plus 96. Dot product of vector A and B equals 66. Both methods came up with the same result after rounding. Also note that we use minus 6 for A. It is heading in the negative x direction. B. Right angles. When two vectors are at right angles to each other, the dot product is 0. Example, calculate the dot product for, here is the picture. The dot product of vector A and B equals the magnitude vector A multiplied the magnitude vector B multiplied cos theta. Dot product of vector A and B equals the magnitude vector A multiplied the magnitude vector B multiplied cos 90 degrees. Dot product of vector A and B equals the magnitude vector A multiplied the magnitude vector B multiplied 0. Or we or we can calculate it this way. Dot product of vector A and B equals AX multiplied BX plus AY multiplied BY. Dot product of vector A and B equals minus 12 multiplied 12 plus 16 multiplied 9. Dot product of vector A and B equals minus 144 plus 144. Dot product of vector A and B equals 0. This can be a handy way to find out if two vectors are at right angles. Not, not calculating the product with this y also can be useful in three or more dimension. Cross product. Two vectors can be multiplied using the cross product. Here is the picture BA. The cross product, a multiplied by b of two vectors, is another vector that is at right angles to both. Here is the picture, and it all happens in three dimensions. The magnitude length of the cross product equals the area of parallelogram with vectors A and B for sides. Here is the picture. See how it changes for different angles. This length is the cross product green is you can see this GIF 0 in length when vectors A red and B blue point in the same or opposite direction. Reaches maximum length when vectors A and B are at right angles, and it can point one way or the other. So how do we calculate it? Calculating. We can calculate the cross product this way. Here is the picture. A multiplied by equals the magnitude vector A multiplied the magnitude vector B multiplied sin theta multiplied n. The magnitude of vector A is the magnitude length of vector A. The magnitude vector of vector B is the magnitude length of vector B. Theta is the angle between A and B. N is the unit vector at right angles to both A and B. So the length is the length of uh, A times the length of B times the sin of the angle between A and B. Then we multiply by the vector n so it heads in the correct direction at right angles to both A and B. Or, or we can calculate it this way. Here is the picture. When A and B star at the origin point 0, 0, 0, the cross product will end at Cx equals Ay, Bz subtract Az By. Cy equals Az Bx subtract Ax Bz. Cz equals Ax By subtract Ay Bx. Example, the cross product of A equals 2, 3, 4 and B equals 5, 6, 7. Cx equals Ay Bz minus Az By equals 3 times 7 minus 4 multiplied 6 equals minus 3. Cy equals Az Bx minus Ax Bz equals 4 times 5 minus 2 times 7 equals 6. Cz equals Ax By minus Ay Bx equals 2 times 6 minus 3 times 7 5 equals minus 3. Answer A multiplied by B equals minus 3, minus 3, 6 minus 3. B. Which direction? Here is the picture. The cross product could point in the completely opposite direction and still be at right angles to the two other vectors. So we have the right hand rule. With your right hand, point your index finger along vector A and point your middle finger along vector B. The cross product goes in the direction of your thumb.
Okay, this is the exercise. You can turn on your microphone if you want to answer this question. Number 1 is the group of quantities below which includes vector quantities is A. Speed, electric current, and force. B. Energy, work, amount of substance, and C. Velocity, momentum, and electric current. D. Voltage, luminous intensity, and force. E. Force, acceleration, and time. Anyone want to answer this question?
May I try?
Yes, please.
The answer is C, velocity, momentum, and electric current.
Yes, it's correct. Congratulations, Raihan.
Yes.
Okay, the answer is C. Vector quantities is a quantities that has a value and a direction. Okay, number 2. The following quantities which are influenced by the direction are A. Mass, B. Time, C. Work, D. Distance, and E. Velocity. Anyone want to answer this question?
Can I try answering?
Yes, please.
The answer is E, velocity.
Yes, it's correct. Congratulations, Rifai.
Thank you.
Okay, the answer is E. Velocity is a vector quantity. Okay, next. Number 3 is someone is pulling the tables westward with a force of 60 Newton. If 1 centimeter represents the force of 50 Newton, the correct vector image for that force is. Anyone want to answer?
May I?
Yes, please.
The answer is C.
Sorry, can you repeat again, please?
C.
Sorry,
C.
repeat again, please.
Yeah.
What? A, B, C, or D, or E?
C.
C.
Yes. Yes.
Correct. Congratulations, Andini. Okay,
To
in
the
the West.
presenter, excuse me, to the presenter, can you explain why the answer is C? I want to know the reason. And why the other choice is wrong. You can explain from part A, part B, until part E. You can start with part A. Why the choice of A is wrong, is not correct.
Okay. Option A is wrong because the instruction is the table is pulling to westward, but in option A is to eastward. So the option A is wrong. And the option B is wrong because the reason is same with option A because the instruction is the table is pulling to westward, and option D is wrong because the instruction is the table is pulling with a force of 19 Newton, and if 1 centimeter represents the force of 50 Newton, so the scale is 4 centimeter in one scale. So D is wrong because this is have 5 centimeter. And option E is wrong because the instruction is the table is pulling to the westward and the scale is 5. Like that, sir.
Okay,
So the answer is C.
so the arrow influence the answer, yeah, because part C, the arrow to the left, yeah, to the left. So, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4. What we say grid or what? 60 divided by 15 equal 4. So you make 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. For grid, yeah, for grid to the vector, yeah, like that. Because part D same direction, but have five grid, yeah, 5 grid. So part D is not correct. Part B wrong direction. Part A wrong direction and wrong grid. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your explanation. Next.
Okay. This is the last question. Find vector u plus vector v and vector u minus vector v if vector u is 3,4 and vector v is 5, -1. Anyone want to answer this question?
Can I?
Yes, please.
The value of the vector u plus the vector v is 8,3, and the value of the vector u minus vector v is -2,5.
Yes, it's correct. Congratulations, Dini. Okay, this is the explanation. First is substitute the given value of u1, u2, v1, and v2 into the definition of vector addition. Vector u plus vector v, u1 plus v1, u2 equal plus 5, 4 plus -1 equal to 8, 3. And next is rewrite the difference of vector u minus vector v as vector u plus negative vector v. We will need to determine the components of negative vector v. Recall that negative vector v is a scalar multiple of -1 times v. From the definition of scalar multiplication, we have negative vector v equal to -1 times v1, v2 equal to -1 times 2 times 5, -1 equal to -5, 1. Now add the component of vector u and negative vector v. And vector u plus negative vector v equal to 3 plus -5, 4 plus 1 equal to -2, 5. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, here is our sources. Okay. Thank you. That's all our presentation. If there are any questions, please turn on the mic or send the questions in the chat field. We will wait for the question.
May I ask?
Yes, please.
I'm Helen Angelita from Group 10. One type of mathematical vector is the zero vector. The zero vector itself is a vector that has no clear direction. Please explain why the zero vector has no clear direction. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Helen from group 10 for the question. Also, the question is why? Why the null vector is doesn't have clear direction? It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Please wait. Please wait for we finding the answer.
The question about zero vector, right?
Right,
Yeah,
sir.
zero vector. Maybe you can write the definition of zero vector. You can write by component, yeah, component to x direction and y direction, and based on the value of x and y direction, we know that we cannot define clearly, yeah, the zero vector has direction or not, yeah, because zero vector we noted in Cartesian diagram as a dot, yeah, not arrow with direction, some direction. Okay, and in any operation like addition, multiplication, every vector, yeah, if add by zero vector is equal to vector itself, yeah, and if we multiplicate some vector with zero vector, the result is zero, yeah, using dot product, yeah, dot product, not cross product. Maybe this group you can give some example how if zero vector you operate with not dot product, cross product, yeah. For example, u vector u, yeah, you can write u equal 1 when 2 cross with 0, yeah, zero vector. You can analyze the result of the multiplication, because zero vector is a very interesting definition, yeah, in this vector concept, I think. Okay, this group you can try to explain if zero vector is operated by another vector with dot product and cross product, yeah.
Okay, I will close the share screen so we can write the answer in this PowerPoint.
Okay, for this group you can write the screen. For example, if we have vector u, let's say vector u have component 1.2, yeah, and vector 0 have component 0, 0. We know that u dot product with 0 is equal 1 times 0, yeah, plus 2 times 0 equal 0. So the result of dot product of two vector is scalar, right? But if we multiplicate, yeah, one vector u cross 0, you can using definition of cross product, ya, in slide 23, if I'm not mistaken. Or you can use right hand rule, yeah, to explain. Oh, on your slide, yeah, you give example vector A and vector B in 3 dimension, yeah, three dimension. So if you have let's say vector u is 2, 3, and 4 times vector 0, yeah, 0, 0, 0, 0. You have answer all, yeah, all component is 0 by cross multiplication, yeah, cross product, yeah. You can check on your slide, but you can compare, yeah, with right hand rule. Is it true? Yeah, the result in algebra and the result in geometry representation. Okay, this group, can you write some coret-coretan in your slide to explain the result of dot product and cross product, some vector multiplied by 0 vector, please?
Yeah, before that, I'm so sorry to we can't write directly in our slide because we don't have facilities. So we just type in here.
Okay, please.
If we has vector u which equal to 1,2 and null vector 0, 0, we can operate it with dot product and cross product, and this is dot product vector u dot vector 0 is equal to u1 or ux times 0 plus u2 or uy times 0. So we have 1 times 0 plus 2 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. So the scalar is 0. For the cross product, we can use this. Jadi this. Let vector C is the result of cross product. So we can find the Cx, Cy, and Cz. Is this maybe we can add one dimension from for vector u. So vector u is in 3 dimension and vector 0 or null vector is in 3 dimension. The dot product is still have same result. This added to u3 times 0 and this added to 3 times 0 and the result is still same. It has scalar 0. For the cross product, that vector C is the result of cross product. We can find Cx, Cy, and Cz. Cx in Uy times 0, just times 0 because it has same element is 0, all of 0. This so we can find the Cx. The Cx is Uy times 0. You know that Uy is 2 and 2 times 0 is 0. So this is same uz and uz times 0 is result that result is 0 2. So we have cx is 0. And cy same like cx, it has uz times 0 minus ux times 0. So we have 0 minus 0, and the result is still 0. Same with cz, ux times 0 minus uy times 0. So we have 0 minus 0, and the result is same is 0. So we have vector c. We got a vector c, vector c, vector c equal to 0, 0, 0, and vector c is null vector. Null vector. If we use right hand rule, you can see that with your right hand, point your index finger along vector A. Vector A, and point your middle finger along vector B. The cross product goes in the direction of your thumb. Because the vector A is in the vector U, and null vector has not magnitude or size, you can prove it. Null vector has no magnitude, or magnitude is 0. So that vector null vector is can be called with point in the Cartesian coordinate. So there are can be fixed. It has a direction to where? Because it not arrow. That's the answer from us. Or maybe Sarah, you can answer with your opinion, maybe, or your answer. Please, Sarah.
Yeah. It is said that the zero vector does not have a clear vector direction because this vector cannot be normalized. That is three. That is there is no unit vector which is a multiply of the zero vector. The sum of the zero vectors with any vectors is vector A is a that is 0 plus A equals A.
Okay, thank you, group 12, for the answer.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Any more question?
May I ask?
Yeah.
Okay, now you can see this explanation about what is vector, what is kind of vector. Yeah, I just want to ask, this is general question. What is an application of vector in real life? Please give a little bit explanation about vector application that you choose to explain. Okay, understand what I say?
Sorry, maybe you talk too fast. Can you little bit slow?
Okay, okay, okay. My question is, what is application of vector in the real life? Application vector in real life, and please give a little bit explain about vector application that you're choose to explain. Okay, understand?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the
Okay.
question.
Yes. Thank you.
Our group will try to answer your question.
Okay.
Sarah or Tiara, who want to answer Raihan's question? Tiara, maybe you can answer Raihan's question.
Okay, I will answer Raihan's question. The question is, what is application of vector in real life? And give a little bit explanation about vector application that you choose to explain. The example of application of vector in real life is that vector are often used in land transportation technology as well as navigation or determining direction. For example, when people parachute, when the parachutist dropped from the plane, the place where he fell wasn't directly under the ship, but far off the mark. This is because there are two force factors, namely the gravitational force and the wind propulsion. And another example is the kite game. The person who is playing the kite, the direction of the kite flying is not straight to the person holding the kite rope. So that the influence of the factor can help that person to be able to see the kite more clearly. Did you understand, Raihan?
Okay, sure, I understand. Thank you for your explanation, Tiara.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the answer. There are any more questions? If there are no questions, can I close the presentation? Okay, I will close this presentation because no more question. Okay, that's all our presentation. If there are no more questions, sorry for the mistakes. I close this. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.